what is poppin'? It's your boy Whiteout, and today we are here and we are playing some Would You Rather. It has been a long time since we've played this. I think we started playing Would You Rather at the beginning of the year. So, it's been a while. So let's see if there's any new ones, and let's see which one we would rather. The first one that pops up right now is, would you rather be unlucky and intelligent, or lucky and dumb? Unlucky sucks. I would rather be dumb and lucky. I would rather be dumb and lucky. I feel like people would agree, and people do agree. Okay, good. Because I was going to say, the only thing about being unlucky and intelligent is you're just smart. But do you really want to be smart? Ew, cringe. What? Okay, would you rather support a controversial policy that benefits you financially, or oppose it for the greater good? We're getting into political reasons now. What's going on here? So, what does it mean to support you financially, right? Is it something that's gonna... I don't know. I'm one of those, I'm very, I don't want to sell my soul type of deal. So, I'd probably oppose it. And, okay, that's very close. Wow, a lot of people are very selfish. They're like, I don't care as long as I'm getting paid. But, all right, whatever, to each their own. We got, would you rather date someone who is attractive but dumb, or someone who is smart but unattractive? Oh, okay. Attractive but dumb, or somebody who is smart but attractive? I feel like it comes down to more personality. I mean, I'm dumb. I'm not attractive. But, when you sit there and... I don't know. I wouldn't mind somebody who's dumb. I wouldn't mind somebody who's smart. I would probably say attractive but dumb, just because I feel like I make a lot of stupid jokes and I don't really care too much. I'm in the minority on that one, but it depends on how dumb we're talking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it really depends on how dumb we're talking. Okay, on to the next. Would you rather have a high salary job that you hate, or have a low salary job that you love? I'd rather have a low salary job that I love, just because, I mean, if you're going to be working for the majority of your life, you might as well do something that you love, even if it's not paying a lot. If it's enough to get the bills paid and it's enough to get everything done, then honestly, that's all that matters. You know, having a high salary job, but then you're stuck in it and you can't leave, but you're making a lot of money, it's nice, but you're just miserable at the end of the day. And some people are stuck in that position. So, it's one of those things where, I like, one of the entrepreneurs that I watch, Gary V, I mean, he's super famous. He's a business owner at this point. But he always says oh, so what if you take a pay decrease, a decrease? Just go do what you love. Go sell, little things on Etsy and stuff. You might not make any money, but you know what? You're doing something you love, and that's what's important. On to the next. We have, would you rather be able to live 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future? Okay. 100 years in the past, I don't really like the time frame. If it was any time, would you rather live in the past or the future? Maybe the past. But 100 years, there wasn't much going on. I think 100 years in the future is going to be a lot better. Because 100 years in the past, I think it was just war. It was war and everybody mad at each other. 5 in a row. What does that mean? We got, what does that mean? Okay. Would you rather take a life to save a life, or let both lives be lost? Ooh, okay. So, if we took a life to save a life, one life is saved, right? But we have to take that other life. But if not, then both of those lives are gonna die anyways, or be lost. So I think this is really the only measure. And maybe that the life that we're taking is a life that's going to harm this life. I don't know, but I feel like at least one person, it's you're saving one person versus not saving either one. I don't know. That makes the most sense to me. Would you rather have your future determined by your parents or by a random stranger. My parents, 100%. I'm not putting that trust into a stranger. What kind of, yeah, like, that's 17% of you. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what is going on. Would you rather be poor but help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people? Be poor but help people. I have gotten fired from some jobs for helping people when they wanted me to lie and screw them over, and I no won't put up with it. Won't do it. Won't sell my sanity. Won't sell my soul. Won't do it. Would you rather get an electric shock whenever you touch someone, or get itchy as soon as someone talks to you? Ooh, is it like if I'm like, let's say I'm like holding hands with somebody, right? Would the entire time that we're holding hands be an electric shock, or would it just be the initial contact? Because if it's just the initial contact, I'm totally fine with that. If it versus every time somebody talks to me, I get itchy. That's like every single day. You're pretty much just like scratching yourself. I'd have to say electric shock when somebody touches you. I hope it's like the initial and it's not the full, and it's not just like a constant shock going on if somebody's holding you, or hugging you or anything like that. So would you rather be able to fly or be able to breathe underwater? Probably be able to fly, right? I mean, being able to breathe underwater is cool, but the benefits are so low. Like, what are you really doing underwater? I mean, in a life-saving scenario, breathing underwater is technically better, but could you fly out of the water at like max speed? Then you're probably better off flying. And I mean, flying is just so much more beneficial. I mean, you don't have to worry about planes, you don't have to worry about anything like that. We got 10 in a row. I think that means maybe that we were in the majority of. Okay, would you rather only be able to listen to music you hate, or only watch movies you hate? Oh, snap. Ooh, I would probably rather only watch movies I hate. I love both. I love movies and I love music. I just feel like I listen to music way more consistently than I do watch movies. And it doesn't say anything about TV shows. So probably movies. That's a difficult one, but at the same time, I feel like movies just make more sense. I know there's like a lot of movies I'm going to be missing out on, but I just feel like it makes more sense to go with that way. Would you rather lose your sense of taste or lose your sense of touch? Lose my sense of taste. This is actually a superpower in my eyes, because you know what? You can eat anything at that point. It's going to be like whatever. You're not going to taste it. But like, you could be the healthiest you want. You know, you won't have any cravings for any sort of like fast food or anything like that. So you could just eat salads constantly. You can just eat steaks. And like, yeah, you don't taste it. But I like using food as a tool. And that's like the idea behind it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I be indulging sometimes in some food. And it's like the taste is the main thing. The taste is the main thing. But being able to subtract that taste after a while, you get used to it, versus not being able to like feel any sort of touching. I feel like you'd be way more screwed, because like, what if you got like stabbed? Could you feel that? Can you feel like a blade touching you? Because some people have that, and it's very dangerous. Moving on, we have, would you rather be able to detect lies or be able to tell the perfect lie? Detect lies 10 times over. I don't lie. I don't have any reason to lie. I don't have any care to lie. If somebody's lying to me, I want to know. I want to know. Now, tell your younger self one thing, or ask your future self one question. Okay. I would pick both. I would honestly pick both. I think at the age I am now, if I told my I don't know, because my younger self would even listen to me. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Would my younger self listen to me, or would my younger self be like, you're an idiot, dude, shut up? Because, like, I would just tell my younger self, like, something like, you know, YouTube-wise, oh, hey, think about this, or start doing this, and, like, you know, see what happens with it, or, like, you know, stay consistent, or something like that. You know, tell myself younger something like that. But, like, ask your future self, like, you'd ask your future self, you know, hey, what happens in this scenario? What happens, you know, did we make it? Or did we do this? Did we do that? Like, is it all okay? Something like that, right? It's like, there's definitely good questions on both sides. I don't know if my younger self, I don't know if he would listen to me. I don't know if he would take me seriously. Versus me now, asking my future self something, I'd be able to hopefully change the path if it's wrong. But like, I wouldn't have any knowledge of how to, versus I could share the knowledge of how to then. So it is difficult. But it really depends. This one's actually a really difficult one. I would honestly, I'd rather tell my younger self something, because if I make more mistakes in the future, I want to be the one to make it. I don't want to be the one off the pretense of something I've been told. So tell my younger self one thing. I figured I was going to be in the minority with that one, but I feel like if I could fix mistakes in the past, that's better than, or like, not mistakes, but if I could help rather than to potentially not know the information and then screw it up even more. Because like, if I get told, oh, hey, you win the lottery, and then like you just never buy a ticket because you're like, oh, I know I'm winning the lottery, so I'll buy every ticket, let's say, and then you don't win, you're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna buy this week, but that was the week you ironically were supposed to buy, and then it, like, the course just goes down. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't know, in my head that makes sense. Would you rather sleep with your celebrity crush or get your dream job? Get my dream job. Get my dream job. That easy, so easy. Would you rather spend the rest of your life stuck indoors or stuck outdoors? The rest of my life. Ooh. Can I not go inside at all? Can I not go into like a store to get food? Ooh. And like, can I move from indoor to indoor if like I have a garage and I go into a car? Like, am I still technically indoors at that point? Oh man, I'd probably have to pick outdoors. I'd probably just have to sleep in a tent or something. But like, if that even counts as outdoor, I don't even know what counts as outdoor. Okay, that was a weird one. Oh man, like there's benefits to both, and there's really bad sides of both too. Donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need it. Ooh. Neither. Well, okay, hold up. Am I like alive? Like, am I donating my body alive? Am I donating organs like while I'm alive? Like, I don't want to give somebody my heart, but I'm still supposed to be alive. Or is this like after I die? I'm assuming it's after I die. If it's after I die, I don't want to donate my body to science. I'd rather donate my organs. I'm assuming it's not alive. That would be interesting. I mean, you could still live with some of the organs. If somebody wants one of my kidneys, honestly, I mean, good luck. You're going to get kidney stones. Have fun. Would you rather live in a dystopian society with strict control or an anarchic society with no control? Ooh. Anarchy. This one. I just feel like it'd be more fun. Like, it'd be like Mad Max style. It'd be like super cool, like you could do whatever you want, apocalyptic style. Would you rather never be able to sit or never be able to stand? Do I lose the benefits of, like, will my legs always be tired, or will my legs always, like, will I have blood clots from sitting for too long? Because that's a thing that can happen. I would rather stand all the time. Get a standing desk and do everything, so I'd probably stand. Really? Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Okay, well, we know what I meant. I just clicked the wrong one. I don't know why I thought it was only be able to. No, it was, so I meant to choose the other one. That's on me. So, here we go. Would you rather see ghosts everywhere or be haunted by a single relentless spirit? I'd rather see ghosts everywhere. That would actually be kind of cool. And be haunted versus just seeing them. I wouldn't want to be haunted. Would you rather be unattractive and have an attractive partner or attractive and have an unattractive partner? I mean, as long as I care about them, it doesn't matter. I would rather, this is probably the most likely outcome right here because look at this. Look at this. You already know what's happening, you know? Participate in a dating show or a survival show. Ooh, I would be really bad at a dating show, but I would say the funniest stuff. A survival show, I wouldn't be that much useful. I could probably like do quite a bit of stuff, but like I wouldn't know what a lot of stuff is. I wouldn't know certain plants and stuff to survive off of. Like there's a lot of foraging-esque stuff that I'm not too aware of versus a dating show where you still get some meals. I'd probably do the dating show. Just because, like, the survival show would be cool, but if you're thinking realistically, I'd probably get voted off, and I'd have so much more funny stuff to say for a dating show. All right, we'll do a couple more. Would you rather be put in a maximum security prison with criminals who committed murder for 1 year, or in prison with people who committed minor crimes for 10 years? Maximum security? Aren't you just stuck in a cell? I'd rather do the 1 year. Yeah, I mean, 10 years of your life, that's a long time. I'd be getting out at 34. No. Get out at 25? Way better. I'd fight in there. Would you rather find true love or win the lottery? At this point, you know, people will say finding true love is the lottery, but at this point, find true love or win the lottery. I could have a lot of money. A lot of money does sound nice. No, probably find true love. I don't really value money too much. Wow, a lot of people would rather, more people, not a lot, right? It is a very slim margin. Would you rather cover a friend's crime or turn them in? Depends on the crime. It really depends on the crime. I'd probably turn them in. Like, it depends on the crime. A lot of people would rather cover the friend's crime. If the friend killed somebody in your family, you would help them cover it? Think about that. I don't know. It depends on the friend and it depends on the crime. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather have your family and friends read through your entire search history or be secretly filmed while home alone and have them all watch? Be secretly filmed. No, actually, you know what? There's really nothing. Like, nothing's gonna happen on either one. Probably be secretly filmed while home alone, though. I just feel like that'd be funny to watch. You wouldn't see a lot of stuff. Versus this one, where you really wouldn't see anything either, except, like, the dumbest searches. I feel like this one would be funnier. This one's more risky. That'd be funny. This one's more risky. That'd be funny. Be a cat person or a dog person? Cat person. I have cats. Oliver. Shout out Oliver. All right, we'll do one more. Earn $1 for every step you take or $100 every 2 hours. No, okay, we're doing one more. $1 every step you take. You can take 1,000 steps in 30 minutes. Like, no, absolutely easy. Okay. Always be drunk or always be high. This is a really good one. This is a really good one to end off on. We'll learn a little bit about ourselves today. Which one would you guys rather choose? Would you rather choose always be drunk or always be high? I've never been drunk. I've tasted alcohol. I've tried alcohol. I've gotten maybe a little bit white girl wasted, but I've never been drunk. I don't really care for alcohol. Always be high. I don't smoke any sort of substances or take any sort of substances that would get me into a high state. I'm not going to say whether or not I have in the past, but if I had to choose, I would probably panic like an absolute mofo for the first 15 minutes because it's, you know, it'd be what it'd be. This one's like, oh, it's always though. Wait a minute, it's always. I didn't realize it was always. I would rather always be high. I'd rather always be high. Always being drunk doesn't seem fun, especially if you get the spins and stuff. spend a whole year without social media or a year without streaming services, I have to do social media. Like, so, no. I don't know why I'm doing more. I said it was the last one. But let me know what you guys would rather choose. Would you rather always be drunk or always be high? Let me know if you guys have any other ideas, too, about what you would do in the comments. You know, if you guys would pick a different one, let me know why. I'd be very interested in hearing. And I'd be, I don't know, very interested in seeing what you guys have to say and your guys' mindset about certain things. But anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, make sure you absolutely smash that like button. Honestly, it's pretty cringy if you haven't. I mean, I'm not upset at you, but like, what are we doing here for real? You know, would you rather hit that subscribe button or have 17 years of bad luck? Dude, might as well hit that subscribe button. You don't want 17 years of bad luck, because if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing, bro? Just subscribe, join the Whiteout Army. Thank you guys so much for watching, though, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.